So, Mark, imagine you're at a party and someone asks, "So, what do you do?"
Oh, easy. I freeze, smile awkwardly, and say, I work something computer?
Exactly. That awkward moment happens to everyone, especially English learners. But today, we'll fix it.
Right. By the end of this episode, you'll sound confident and natural when you talk about your job. So stick around, and if you love improving your English the real way, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EngliPro, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
And I'm Mark. Glad to be back in the studio again. Emily, today's topic is one that always comes up in conversation, right?
Absolutely. People love asking, "What do you do?" But sometimes answering that question in English can feel awkward.
Yeah, totally. Some learners either give a super short answer like, I'm engineer, or they start giving their entire life story.
Exactly. So today we're having a natural chat about how to talk about your job in English in a real, natural way.
And hey, before we start, don't forget our name, EngliPro. If you're learning English and you like real conversations like this, make sure to like and subscribe and join our community.
So Mark, let's start with you. What do you actually do?
Well, I work as a content creator and English coach. Basically, I help people improve their English by creating videos, podcasts, and materials. Kind of like what we're doing right now.
Nice. I love how you said "I work as" instead of just "I'm." That sounds more natural and specific.
Yeah, I work as is great because it fits almost any job. I work as a teacher, I work as a designer, I work as a nurse. But if you're talking casually, you can also say I'm a teacher or I'm a designer.
Exactly. For me, I usually say I'm a producer and host here at EngliPro. It's short, clear, and it usually starts a nice conversation.
Yeah, and if someone asks for more details, you can continue with something like I'm responsible for or I mostly focus on.
Right, like I'm responsible for editing our episodes and planning future topics.
Perfect. And it's funny how sometimes we forget how many ways we can describe what we do, not just our job title.
Okay, next question. Do you work from home or in an office?
Both, actually. I spend some days at home writing scripts and editing, and other days here in the studio recording.
Same for me. I love the balance. When I'm in the studio, it's productive and creative. When I'm at home, it's peaceful and quiet, unless my dog decides to bark during a call.
Classic. So if you want to talk about where you work, you can say, I work from home. I work in an office. I work at a hospital, school, or company. But again, don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah, keep it simple. I work at a school is perfect. No need for extra details, unless they ask.
So what's a typical day like for you, Emily?
Well, I usually start by checking emails. Then I plan content, meet with our team, and record episodes.
Nice. So you could say, my job involves planning, recording, and managing projects.
Exactly. Or I spend most of my day working with my team and preparing new episodes.
Yeah, I like using I spend most of my day or my job involves. Both sound fluent.
Totally. And if you're a student or unemployed, that's fine too. You can say, "I'm a student at Kyrie University," or "I'm currently looking for a job."
That's right. Being confident when you talk about your situation matters more than the words themselves.
So, do you like your job, Mark?
That's the million-dollar question. Yeah, I love it. It's creative, flexible, and I get to help people. That's the best part.
That's great. I think that's the secret to sounding natural. Show emotion. Instead of saying, "My job is good," say something like, "I really enjoy what I do," or "It's challenging but rewarding."
Exactly. English isn't just words, it's tone and feeling. So try things like, It's fun but stressful sometimes. I love the people I work with. It's not easy, but I learn something new every day.
Yeah, those small expressions make you sound way more natural.
Okay, let's go back in time. What was your first job, Emily?
Oh, wow. I used to work at a coffee shop when I was in college. I made terrible cappuccinos at first.
Everyone starts somewhere. I used to work in a call center. I learned a lot about customer service, but it was so stressful.
I can imagine. So, to talk about past jobs, we can use I used to work as or I worked as. And if you're talking about the future, say I'd like to work as or I'm planning to become.
Right. For example, I'd like to work as a travel writer someday.
Or I'm planning to move into marketing. See? Simple and natural.
Emily, do you think you have a good work-life balance?
Most days, yes, but when deadlines hit, I forget what sleep is.
Same here. I think it's healthy to say things like, I try to keep a balance between work and life, or I try not to work on weekends.
Yeah, that's a big one. Weekends. By the way, if you haven't listened to our previous episode, Talk About Your Weekend, check it out right after this one.
Good plug. And don't forget, if you're enjoying this chat, hit that subscribe button on YouTube and follow English Pro for more natural English talks. Okay, let's go back in time. What was your first job, Emily?
Oh, wow. I used to work at a coffee shop when I was in college. I made terrible cappuccinos at first.
Everyone starts somewhere. I used to work in a call center. I learned a lot about customer service, but it was so stressful.
I can imagine. So, to talk about past jobs, we can use I used to work as or I worked as. And if you're talking about the future, say, I'd like to work as or I'm planning to become.
Right. For example, I'd like to work as a travel writer someday.
Or I'm planning to move into marketing. See? Simple and natural.
Emily, do you think you have a good work-life balance?
Most days, yes. But when deadlines hit, I forget what sleep is.
Same here. I think it's healthy to say things like, I try to keep a balance between work and life, or I try not to work on weekends.
Yeah, that's a big one. Weekends. By the way, if you haven't listened to our previous episode, Talk About Your Weekend, check it out right after this one.
Good plug. And don't forget, if you're enjoying this chat, hit that subscribe button on YouTube and follow English Pro for more natural English talks.
What's the funniest thing that's happened to you at work?
Oh, once I was recording a video lesson and my cat jumped on the table right in the middle of a grammar explanation. I just kept going. It ended up being everyone's favorite video.
So, Mark, what does a normal day at work look like for you?
Good question. Well, I usually start my day with coffee. Without coffee, I'm useless. Then I check my emails, plan the videos for the week, and record lessons like this one.
Yeah, same here. I also start my day with coffee or 2 cups. After that, I plan the podcast episodes, check ideas, and sometimes I edit the audio myself.
Wow, you do a lot. So you could say, my job involves planning, editing, and recording.
Exactly. And you could also say, I spend most of my day talking to my team, or I work with students from different countries.
Yeah, those are good examples. And guys, if you're listening now, tell us in the comments, what do you usually do at work every day? Even if it's something simple, write it in English. Practice helps you learn.
Talking about work feelings. Mark, Do you like your job? Be honest.
Most days, yes. I love helping people learn English, and I love being creative. But editing videos, oh, that can be stressful.
I get it. For me, I really like working with people, but sometimes deadlines make me crazy.
Yeah, deadlines are the worst. So when you talk about your job in English, don't just say it's good or it's bad. Use expressions like, it's fun but stressful sometimes. It's challenging but interesting. I love what I do.
Those small details make your English sound so much more natural. And if you're watching this and thinking, that's helpful, don't forget to hit like right now. It really supports the channel.
Office versus home. You know, Emily, I used to think working from home would be easy. But now, sometimes I miss talking to people face to face.
Yes, working from home is nice. You can wear pajamas, but it can also get lonely.
True. When you talk about your work style in English, you can say things like, I work remotely. I work in an office. I have flexible hours.
Right. For example, I work remotely most days, but I go to the office once a week. That's what I usually say.
Same here. So guys, do you work from home or in an office? Comment below. We really like reading your answers after every episode.
First jobs. Okay, Mark, let's go back in time. What was your first job ever?
You'll laugh at this one. I worked at a small call center when I was 18. I had to talk to angry customers all day. I learned patience, but it was tough.
I can imagine. My first job was in a coffee shop. I made terrible cappuccinos, like really bad. But it was fun. I met so many nice people.
So if you want to talk about your past jobs, use I used to work as. For example, I used to work as a waiter, or I worked as a teacher for 2 years.
Yes. And if you want to talk about your dream job, you can say, I'd like to work as, or I'm planning to become.
Perfect. For example, I'd like to work as a travel writer.
Or I'm planning to become a manager. Simple and natural.
Funny work moments. All right, let's share something funny. Emily, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you at work?
Oh, that's easy. One time, I joined the wrong Zoom meeting and started talking for 2 minutes before I realized it was the wrong group. Everyone was just staring at me.
That's so good. For me, I was recording a video lesson and my cat jumped on the keyboard mid-sentence. I didn't stop recording. The viewers loved it.
That's amazing. So, if you want to tell a story like that, you can start with one time at work or something funny happened last week.
Yeah, and people love these small stories. They make your conversation sound real, not like a textbook.
Exactly. By the way, if you're enjoying this episode so far, don't forget to subscribe to EngliPro. We make English learning real, fun, and simple.
So, if you want to talk about your job in English, remember these 3 things. Keep it short. Be natural. Use simple words.
That's great advice. For example, instead of saying, my job is good, you can say, I really enjoy my job because I meet new people every day.
Exactly. Small changes make a big difference in how natural you sound.
Okay, Mark, serious question. If you could do any job in the world, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I'd love to travel and teach English around the world. Imagine doing EngliPro from Japan one week, Brazil the next week, and Egypt after that.
That sounds amazing. For me, I'd love to host a travel show, talk to people, learn about cultures, and of course, eat all the food.
I knew you'd say that. So, when you talk about dreams or goals, you can say, I'd like to, I want to, my dream is to.
Exactly. For example, my dream is to open my own business. I'd like to work as a designer in the future. I want to be a flight attendant.
Nice and simple. And if you're watching right now, tell us, what's your dream job? Type it in the comments. We read every single one.
Balancing work and life.
You know, Mark, sometimes people forget to talk about something important, work-life balance.
Yes. When I was younger, I worked all day and night. I thought working more meant being better. But actually, you need time to rest, spend time with family, and do things you love.
Totally agree. If you want to sound natural in English, you can say, I try to keep a good balance between work and life. Or, I try not to work on weekends.
Good phrases. So, what do you do to relax after work, Emily?
I love listening to music or watching Netflix. Sometimes I go for a walk with my dog.
That's nice. For me, I like reading or playing video games. It helps me switch off after a long day.
Exactly. Everyone needs to switch off sometimes. Another great phrase, by the way.
Yeah, switch off means stop thinking about work and just relax. Try using it. I switch off by listening to music. Inspiring story section. Mark, soft tone.
You know, when I started teaching English, I was nervous. I thought, my English isn't perfect, I can't do this. But then I realized it's not about being perfect. It's about connecting with people and helping them communicate.
That's so true. When I first started hosting, I was afraid of making mistakes on camera. But now I tell my students and friends, don't wait to be perfect. Start speaking, make mistakes, and learn from them.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now, remember, you don't have to be perfect to talk about your job in English. You just have to be brave enough to start.
Well said. And if this episode is helping you feel more confident, give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up. It really helps our community grow. Quick recap.
All right, let's do a quick recap before we finish. Today, we learned how to talk about your job simply. I'm a teacher. Describe what you do. My job involves teaching kids. Share your feelings. It's fun, but stressful sometimes. Tell stories. One time, something funny happened at work. And talk about dreams. I'd like to work as a designer.
Perfect summary. And remember, you can always come back and practice with this episode again. Repeat the phrases until they feel natural. Call to action.
All right, let's ask everyone one more time. What's your job and what's your dream job? Write your answer in the comments. We love seeing your progress.
And if you learned something new today, please like this video and subscribe to EngliPro. We post new English lessons and podcasts every week. All real English, no boring grammar.
Yes, we make English simple, natural, and fun. So if you want to sound more confident when you speak, you're in the right place.
Don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss an episode. That way, you'll get a notification every time we post a new video.
And if you have a topic you want us to talk about, comment below. Maybe we'll use your idea in the next episode.
Outro.
All right, that's it for today's episode. How to talk about your job in English.
We hope you learned some useful phrases and had fun with us.
Remember, English is not about perfection, it's about communication.
Exactly. You've been listening to EngliPro, real English for real life.
I'm Mark.
I'm Emily. Thanks for joining us today.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends who are learning English.
See you in the next one, and keep practicing your English every day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.